Hello Gunners, welcome to another video of rival fans, media outlets outraged and upset about Arsenal pretty much securing their place in the round of 16 of the Champions League. We'll get into that, we'll look at a bit of transfer news as well and just have a nice discussion because it's always nice to see what other people think, especially those haters. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the like, hit the subscribe too, it will be greatly appreciated. But let's start with this article by The Independent, a mass media outlet. You know, they write articles after games, and this is just ridiculous. Let's have a read of that title. Mikel Arteta will take Arsenal's easy win, but their cruise through shows flaws in the Champions League format. I could not believe this title. First of all, Arsenal's easy win. No game in the Champions League is easy. We've seen Real Madrid lose to Lille. We've seen Manchester City drop a 3-0 lead against Feyenoord. And they're calling us out for getting 3 points, 3 goals in the Champions League. I mean, does this happen to any other team? I think not. How can you sort of look at the way we're playing, look at the sort of injuries we've had, and just see every game that we win as easy? But it's not even just that. But their cruise through shows flaws in the Champions League format. I mean, it's just ridiculous, to be honest. How can Arsenal winning and being in the top 3 show flaws in the Champions League format? I just cannot believe this at all. Manchester City are out in 25th. They're not even going to qualify for the round of 32. You got Liverpool who are above us. I don't hear a peep out of everyone talking about how Liverpool being top shows flaws in the Champions League format. We've played PSG, Inter Milan away, Atalanta away, the hardest teams that nobody would really want to go against them. The defensive side of that teams of Atalanta, of Inter, and PSG just beating Manchester City. I mean, let's go deeper into this article anyway. Let's have a read of it. It also fit with their general approach to this inaugural expanded group stage. As strange as it often seemed, there is genuine potential for glorious chaos. A situation served by the packed calendar itself has created multiple issues at many big clubs, especially in terms of injuries, which has increased unpredictability in the opening stage. Hence the difficulties of Manchester City, who are now actually on level points with Dinamo Zagreb. The system works where if the wealthiest clubs collapse. This was none of that with Arsenal, despite of their recent issues. The only residual complaint from this was that they didn't score more. What? I mean, I cannot believe I've had to read that. I cannot. The system only works if the wealthiest clubs collapse. Look at how it's only mentioned Arsenal. Liverpool are above us in this format. Are they just forgetting? Aston Villa in the top 8. I don't get it, really. It is funny, to be honest. It just shows how much of a big club we are, that everyone hates seeing us doing well. You know, it wasn't even our best performance, but we're getting wins. And now if you win, you get hated on. That's just life. That's how miserable people can be. And, well, I guess this just shows what a top team we are. The teams are having to complain, or media outlets anyway, the biggest media outlets are complaining when we win. And this is what made me laugh. This was The Independent. Just the day before when Liverpool won, Arne Slot delighted to skip round as Liverpool sealed top 2 spot. A smiling Arne Slot. I mean, come on now. How can you at least hide your bias? At the very least, that is all we want to be seeing. But they do not care, these media outlets. They almost shove it in our faces and being like, ha 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 ha. Look, we want to troll you. We want to laugh at you. And you guys can't do anything about it. You've just got to take it in. I mean, Liverpool, joyous Liverpool, delighted. Look at that headline. Wow, Arsenal, it's different. It shows the flaws in the system. But I don't even want to give this any more attention. Let me know down below your thoughts on this. This actually took me by surprise seeing it. Now we've got Jim with, I think it's Jordan of TalkSport, talking about Arsenal progressing into the next round. You'd probably expect joyous, happiness, well done to Arsenal. Let's see now, can they sort of get injuries back and keep on going into that knockout stage? But let's just have a listen and see what actually happens in this conversation.
Toby, a moment ago, I think I'm behind Arteta because they'll keep at it, Arsenal. They'll keep at it. They've a point to prove in Europe. I kind of go with that.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure if he was a Spurs fan, he wouldn't be. So he's an Arsenal fan. Of course he's going to say he's behind them. They've just qualified through the group stages into the Champions League knockout stage. And of course they're going to be behind him. It would be ridiculous to say he's not going to be behind him. It doesn't mean he's going to win. You asked me the question. Is it good? Is it some sort of opportunity for Arteta to get out from underneath? If he wins it. So if he doesn't win it, no, it's not. And do I think they're going to win it? No, I don't. I hope to be wrong. I hope an English team...
I know.
Ironically, we're having a pretty good period.
Can I just say about Jordan, earlier on in the season when Chelsea were flying high in second place, everyone could see that the way they were playing wasn't sustainable. He was saying Chelsea are the closest competitors to Liverpool. The only people I see anywhere near Liverpool is going to be Chelsea. Arsenal are useless. You know, now we're gathering a bit of momentum. We haven't lost in 12 games when we're looking at the Premier League. We haven't lost in the Champions League since that one against Inter Milan. We haven't conceded a goal at home in the Champions League in the 2 years we've been back in the competition. This is our second year back in the UCL, and look, they're already trying to beat us down. You know, we haven't even mathematically qualified for the round of 16. Yes, it looks likely, but they're already fear-mongering, predicting Arsenal are going to have a falter. And I want you to listen to what he says about why our chances would fail.
Time in the European Champions League, better than we've ever had before.
I agree.
3 of the last 6 finals we've won as English teams.
Yeah.
So we're having a halcyon moment. So I'd like it to continue. I hate the idea that the European Cup belongs to bloody Real Madrid.
No, I know. There's an argument that standalone knockout football just might suit Arsenal in this instance, as opposed to a long period of 13 games over domestic season.
Well, it hasn't previously, has it? Because they've never done... You know, they've got to one Champions League final. Prior to and post that, they've hardly got anywhere. And last year, we were celebrating them going deeper in the competition. They've gone for many, many a year.
Yeah.
So it hasn't proven to be the case. It might do this time round. They're still going to face the same problems. When it comes to two-legged ties against big opposition that can work out what Arsenal can and can't do in the first leg, they're still going to have the same travails.
Sure.
And whether they can overcome them or not is a different matter.
Whether they can overcome them or not is a different matter. I mean, it's all predictions. Nobody knows. You know, Mikel Arteta, our first season back in the UCL, quarterfinals. Now this season, we look towards the semis again. Then again, you can look to the final. We've got to remember, this is Mikel Arteta's second season in the competition. And they've acted like we've been in this competition for like 15 years and we've only got to the quarterfinals once or twice. It is funny. It is funny, to be honest. And the more they hate, the more it fuels the boys, surely. They must be hearing what the pundits are saying, what the media is saying. And they're just thinking, okay, if you're going to think like this, if you're going to focus on us, we want to prove you wrong. We are going to prove you wrong. And Jordan here, it was disappointing to hear this, but... what can we do? We've just got to keep on going and keep on winning games, keep getting results, keep trying with the amount of injuries we've had. We're overachieving with the injuries that we've had. That's a fact. And hopefully at the end of the season, we can look back on these videos and just laugh at people. We can really laugh at them for trying to put us down and predict the future when the future is undecided. But let's get on to the next piece of stuff. This is a Liverpool fan. Arsenal and Liverpool have picked up the same exact points since December the 1st. Arsenal didn't leave London for a month, whilst Liverpool had to play Man City, United, Tottenham, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Crisis? What crisis? Liverpool, there was this table, I really hope I could have got this up, and it shows the amount of injuries Liverpool have compared to Arsenal. Arsenal are near the top, Liverpool are right at the bottom in 20th place compared to the other Premier League sides. I don't feel like Liverpool are fit enough to talk of a crisis at all. I really, really don't. And they're talking about us staying in London. If we look at the fixtures, the away games we've played, they're tough. Liverpool are going to have to go some tough grounds. Yes, they beat Brentford in the last minutes. Yes, they got a point at Nottingham Forest. But this race is far from finished. And they need to be a bit careful, these Liverpool fans, because I can only see this ending quite painfully for them. Whether it's us, whether it's Forest, whoever it is. Having this much confidence when they've seen their team bottle 5-6 point leads last season is very, very dangerous. But let's not give any sort of more to that comment. It's just one of those, again, we brush it under, we let them have the little laugh, we allow them to celebrate their title already, and we come May and see if they've won it. Fair play, they deserve it, they've been the best team in the world. If not, then yeah, you don't jump the gun. Now on to transfer news. Sad transfer news, unfortunately. Understand that the powers that are at Arsenal ideally want a player sold before spending on a new signing in this window. I'm tired of selling to buy now. Every time we're having to sell to buy, it is a joke. We really, really need to stop doing this, to be honest. An opportunity to really catch Liverpool to go for the Champions League is the 22nd, 23rd of January, and still no solid links. That really does disappoint me. You know, we haven't even got Naipan over the line, who seems to want to come, and it's only about 10 million. We haven't even done that. It is disappointing. I really hope something accelerates, guys. We need firepower in the attack. And talking about the attack, Benjamin Sesko, Leipzig managing director, has said that there is no contact with any other club. He will continue to wear the RB Leipzig jersey. So again, another key target, another player that's name has been floating around. Seems as though that's not going to happen. Disappointing, but hey, maybe Matheus Cunha, as reports from Gunnerblock says Arsenal admirers of Cunha followed him since he was at Atletico Madrid, and it would take around £70 million. That's a lot of money for Cunha, especially in January. But at this point, we need anybody with quality, and Cunha has that quality. And yeah, it's disappointing. Hopefully we don't have to sell to buy, because we need an attacker to really add firepower and help us in the competitions that we're still currently in. Now on to more individual news. Aiden Haven looks to be on his way to Manchester United. Again, they're stealing our academy graduates. But look, if he wants to follow the Chidera Obi Martin route, I've said many times I'm a big fan of him. But for his development, I don't see it for him. You know, apparently it's because he wants to play in midfield, and we can't offer that with Max Dalman, with Miles Lewis-Skelly, with Waneri, with Erdegaard, with us signing Naipan. Yes, I get it from that side of things, but you know, it is disappointing to lose a talent like this. I feel like he could have really grown physically into a really top technical centre-half. But who are we to judge? And we wish him the best if he does go. But we've seen with Chidera Obi Martin, these moves do not work. And finally, with Zinchenko, looks like he's going to be on his way out to Dortmund. 17 million seems to be the fee. And if he's the guy going, then we'll hopefully see an incoming go, because apparently the wage structure and whatever, the Kroenkes don't like it or whatever it is. So if Zinchenko's out the door, hopefully maybe that does increase this sort of flow of some possible incomings. I really, really do hope so. Anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed. If you have, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too, and until next time, peace.